I just loaded this pre-made tier list maker on this tier list maker website. The guy had made one, rank the soundtracks. And look how he put the tier list ranking. S, A, B, C, tag 2. Oh god, this guy has a sense of humor. And honestly, I can only agree. I really dislike tag 2's soundtrack. Man, good job. That really made my day. That's awesome. So, hello everyone on YouTube. We're gonna do a... This has been requested a million times on my Twitch. Please, oh please, can you make a tier list featuring the Tekken soundtracks? And me having played all of the games all the way back since Tekken 1 and being quite interested in music and listening to the soundtracks a shitload. You know, when I'm at the gym, I'm not listening to what you guys are listening to, Lil Pump, Taylor Swift. I listen to Tekken soundtracks, StarCraft, Geese theme. That's what I do. So, let's rank the soundtracks. And I just love the fact that he's already put Tag 2 at the bottom. I'm not a fan of Tag 2. But what I do know is that my absolute favorite soundtrack most likely has to go to Tekken 5 and Tekken 5 DR. I think he has some at the same game. This is DR. I don't think he has Tekken 5. Oh, he does as its own entity. But I'm gonna have to put Tekken 5 ahead of DR. DR has a lot of good tunes. Call of Inferno, which you hear in Armor King's trailer, and what's it called? Snow Palace, Ice Palace. What's it called again? The cathedral with featuring snow and ice. That one is really good. But I'm gonna explain Tekken 5 the most. I put it there because what you're listening to right now, I like the RNG. I didn't even put on this song. This is my favorite piece of Tekken music of all time. This is what's played in story mode in Tekken 5 when Kazuya goes up against Heihachi. You know, on that infinite stage, it's just rock everywhere. So fucking epic. So this is my favorite tune of all time. And that's from Tekken 5. But the thing is, in Tekken 5, it's honestly a never-ending list of some of the best songs you'll ever hear in Tekken games. Moonlit Wilderness, or Antares, I think it's called. The Cathedral, where you fight Devil Jin. Jinpachi's theme. Oh god, that really sets the tone, you know, for pulse-raising epic final showdown. Poolside, the Arctic stage with the penguins. It's got this lovely little jingle. Honestly, I can go on forever with the music in Tekken 5. It's so incredibly inspired, and a lot of the stages. And Law stage, Dragon's Nest. I'm actually gonna try and play that song. This is the stage, you know, with the waterfall. It's just so beautiful. But this is Dragon's Nest. They don't all, you know, have the exact same feeling to them. And that's what's so great, because when you're listening to Tekken 7 soundtrack, I honestly can't tell you which song is on which stage, because it all sounds the same to me. It literally all sounds the same. But when you listen to the older games, they have their distinct own melodies and rhythm and ambience and tone. So Tekken 5 to me is literally perfection in terms of music, and Tekken 5 DR added its own charm to it. You know what? I don't know what this is. This Tekken Mobile? I can't even rate that. This is Tekken What is this even? Tekken 3D? Is that like fucking game? What's it called? Wii or something? Oh god, honestly, Tekken 5 is the one where I go like, I'm completely sure. In A tier, I'd probably put Tekken 4. Tekken 2. So I'm gonna explain these a little bit. Oh, it's 3DS. Okay. I haven't played these, so I don't know. But I could probably guess it's most likely not gonna be super epic music. Tekken 4, in my opinion, is the best Tekken game ever made in all areas except for the gameplay. The gameplay is lackluster. They were extremely creative, and I love the fact that they really tried something new, but it's so horribly bugged, terrible balancing, and the general approach, like zero movement Tekken. It's like, what were they thinking? But in everything else, it's the best Tekken game, I dare say. The mood, the darker tone, it really is the Dark Knight of Tekken games. The writing is there, the dialogue is there, the visuals, it's more grounded, it's more down to earth. They removed all of the super obnoxious characters. You know, Jack is not in Tekken 4. I mean, Kuma is there, but they removed a lot of the goofy shit. And the final boss is not Ancient Ogre. It's just Heihachi, you know, a human. He's not, doesn't even have a devil gene. But the music really also encapsulated this darker tone with some very... It's hard to describe the music in Tekken 4, actually. I don't have it loaded. It's rather than these big over-the-top melodies, it's this most of the time soothing beat that just meshes with the background, and it doesn't really take over. I really wish I could play for you guys the airport theme, but also the music which you hear on the skyscraper's rooftop something. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And that score has easily some of the best music in Tekken to me. And then I'm gonna go with Tekken 2. It's such an old game. Oh, and my god, the beach stage music, so great. Tekken 2 is so old now, but holy hell, the melodies of you know how Street Fighter just keep rehashing and remixing the Street Fighter 2 music? All of the classic character themes like Guile, Balrog, Ryu, they just keep remixing them because those melodies are so powerful and everyone remembers them. That's what they could do with the Tekken 2 music. Kazuya's theme, King's theme, Heihachi's theme, June's theme, Paul's theme, Jack's theme. Everything just fits them so perfectly, and that hats off to the composer. I used to know his name, I can't drop it right now, but my god, the brilliance of those melodies. And it's almost like you would want to put it here, but unfortunately it's aged a lot. You know, on a technical point of view, it's just aged a lot. But if they were to start remixing some of the Tekken 2 tunes for Tekken 8, giving them a modern twist and giving the characters their own stages again, just being on King's church, inside of King's church, fighting him in a story fight, hearing Ring a Bell with a modern twist, and those bells, and I would love it. I'd love it. So what soundtrack would I put after that? No. I think it's a toss-up between Tekken 3 and Tekken 6 for me here. Tekken 3 also has a lot of amazing tunes, slightly more grungy and modern than Tekken 2. Jin's theme, for example, is incredible. Ogre's theme, Heihachi's theme, Lei's theme. Again, you can cite all of these amazing tracks, but to me, they never reach the levels of Tekken 2. But this is my opinion. This is highly subjective. I know some people would probably do this, put Tekken 3 at the top. This is just my opinion. And again, Tekken 6 has a lot of forgettable music to me, but it also has a couple of pieces of music that I still listen to quite religiously to this day, like Azazel's theme, to me, with the choir, is incredibly epic and would not be out of place in, you know, one of these epic Hollywood blockbuster movies. It honestly sounds less generic than the music you'd hear in a Marvel movie, in my opinion. It has more feeling to it. Maybe like Thanos' theme or something. And the Warzone stage, Rustic Asia, I think it's called. Very pleasant melodies. Oh, and who can forget Electric Fountain? An amazing piece of music. So there definitely are a lot of great pieces, and I'm forgetting one here. One piece of music I really enjoy. It's the stage where you start in a building that's ravaged by a war zone. It has this red and dark feeling to it, and you can break the floor, and suddenly you're outside in a war zone. It's pretty dark and fire like everywhere. What's the stage again? It's got a great piece of music playing on that stage. But a lot of the music in Tekken 6 is quite instantly forgettable, unfortunately. Nancy theme is quite alright. Yeah, that's the temple stage, I guess. Honestly, Tekken 1 I'd probably put there as well. Tekken Revolution actually improved upon the music of Tag 2, in my opinion, and it has some catchy music, but I can't put it right next to those games. Anger of the Earth is the theme I'm looking for. Thank you. Thanks for that. That's actually good. And what's this? This is Tekken Tag 2 Tournament, and this is Tekken 7. So honestly, in C tier, I put Tekken Revolution and Tekken 7 just and almost just alone for Arctic Snowfall, right? I really like that track. It's the only track in Tekken 7 where I can actually listen to it in private. You know, I really like that tune. And I really like some of the story mode themes, like Devil Kazuya Hatred is a good theme. Kazumi and Devil Kazumi, great themes. But other than that, like among the stage themes, oh god, the Mishima building, the first minute, the first 60 seconds, beautiful. I still remember going to Bandai Namco's offices 1 month prior to Tekken 7 being released, and I was working on guides for them. And I remember hearing Mishima building for the first time, I think, and I was like, I was just blown away by how beautiful it was at the start. But then unfortunately, they Tekken 7 it 1 minute in, and it turns into this, what's it called again, this type of music? Is it dubstep? I don't know. I don't listen to this sort of shit. But that thing starts, and it's like, oh god! Imagine if the whole song would have been in the style of the first 60 seconds. It's such a heartbreak. But yeah, Tekken 7 soundtrack overall does not impress me in the least. Everything sort of sounds the same, but I like some of the story themes and Arctic Snowfall. And then at the bottom, those games I haven't played, and I'm gonna place Tekken Tag Tournament 1. No eyes, no cock, no boner, no eyes, no ears, no hair. Boom, 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 boom. Ramp, romp, moron. Ramp, romp. Hi, 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 ha, ha, hi, hi. No cock, no balls, no jizz. I mean, that's the game where I was like, I remember still, you know, being, how old was I when that was released? 14, no, 15? And I was like, turn it off! And I remember my dad, you know, my brother had left the PS2 on with that game running. With the music, you know, pretty loud, and my dad just ran in with a fucking axe and went, you know, Jack Nicholson, The Shining on the PS2. We had to buy a new one. Yeah, it's the most horrendous Tekken soundtrack of all time, and maybe rivaled by Tag 2, which also has, in line with the tag music, just an abysmal soundtrack. Although the customization music in Tag 2 is incredibly soothing and very chill and quite inspired, but almost every other piece of music is pure shit. But I gotta say, I do really like, there's one track I really like in Tag 2, Fallen Garden. You know, in the final fight, you fight against June, right? And then she turns, the garden mutates and she turns into Unknown. That's the way it goes, right? And you have this really suddenly good, I think it's dubstep there, but it's a really hard-hitting tune. Like, it sounds really good. Really good. So, Fallen Garden is the name of the theme. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with this ranking. I think I'm gonna sign on to this. Oh wait, no. That's it for me. At the very top, Tekken 5 DR, followed closely by Tekken 4 and Tekken 2. And after that, a step below, great soundtrack still at B tier. You have Tekken 3, Tekken 6, Tekken 1. But then when it starts really get like shit and subpar, in my opinion, is Tekken Revolution, Tekken 7, and then like really bad, where I'm like, these soundtracks are just fucking horrible, is Tag 1, Tag 2. But honestly, Tekken 7 I would say is right in between here. If I was to be completely genuine, I would put Tekken 7 here. In the middle. So yeah, music is certainly an area where I would say it used to be better in Tekken. It definitely used to be better. But yeah, that is my ranking, and I hope you all enjoyed it.